This video is over volume of cylinders, cones, and spheres. Our first problem is a cylinder that has a diameter of 16 and a height of 5. Our first step is to take half of our diameter, because we only want the radius, and half of 16 is 8. We use our formula, V equals pi r squared h, plugging in our radius 8 that we found earlier and our height 5. We solve the exponents first. 8 squared is going to give us 64. We multiply the 64 times the height 5 to get 320. And then we multiply by pi. The directions do not tell us to use 3.14 or 22/7. So we're going to use the pi button on the calculator. 320 times pi is going to give us 1005.3096, on and on and on. The directions tell us to round to the nearest hundredth, so 30 is in the hundredths place. The 9 tells us to round up, meaning we end with an answer of 1005.31. For problem 2, we have a cone. And our cone has a diameter of 2 and a height of 6. We start by taking half of our diameter because we only want the radius, and so half of 2 is 1. We use our formula, pi r squared h over 3. We plug in the radius we found, 1, and our height, 6. Solving the exponents first, 1 squared is 1. We multiply the 1 times the height, 6. 1 times 6 is 6. We divide by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then we multiply by pi. We use the pi button on the calculator because the directions do not tell us to use 3.14 or 22/7. We end up with 6.28318, on and on and on. The directions do tell us to round to the nearest hundredth. 28 is in the hundredths place. The 3 tells us to round down, so our answer stays 6.28. For our last problem, we have a sphere. And our sphere has a diameter of 5. We use our formula, 4 pi r to the 3rd power divided by 3. We plug in our radius, which is 5. Solving the exponents first, 5 to the 3rd power is 125. We multiply that answer by 4 to get 500. We then divide by 3 to get 166.6 repeating. And then we multiply by pi. Remember, don't round your answer yet. Keep the repeating decimal in your calculator, 1.66.6 repeating, and we're going to multiply by the pi button on our calculator because the directions do not tell us to use 3.14 or 22/7. We get an answer of 523.59877, on and on and on. The directions do tell us to round to the nearest hundredth. So 59 is in the hundredths place. The 8 tells us to round up. And so 59 rounds up to 0.60. If you prefer, you can also just write your answer as 0.6, as zeros are not important. Either answer is correct.